Hello friends, welcome to Sai Yoga. So, Ishvara Pranidhana, which is the fifth niyama, the inner value, observance, which is the second limb of yoga. Ishvara Pranidhana simply means in Sanskrit, Ishvara, to have a supreme being, supreme consciousness, a supreme force, and Pranidhana, to surrender, to forfeit, to give complete acceptance to, or submission, agreement to that higher being, to that divine being, to that divine essence, divine consciousness. It is a very powerful concept. If we think about spirituality or so-called religion and the notion of the human being having a spiritual experience, this physical being or the spiritual being having a physical experience, and that being is part of source power, is part of God, is part of the divine. And in order to be part of the divine, part of this universe, that there has to be some sense of agreement or submission to the all-encompassing power, higher consciousness, higher force, supreme divine consciousness. And in yoga, it's something that is more than just a concept. It is something that is a state of mind, a state of being, and also a mode or modality of spiritual centeredness. It is a mode of simply being present, simply being, allowing yourself to be that essence, a divine manifestation. So, allowing yourself to go with the flow of the universe, allowing yourself to be part of that supreme consciousness, the divine consciousness, and letting go of the always constant force, or some may call it a clarity, or some may call it a clearance of mind, but letting go of the ego, letting go of that entity which is within us, that has its purpose to remind us of consciousness, remind us of our interconnectedness with higher source consciousness, and letting the ego go, releasing the ego and allowing yourself to truly be one with source consciousness. It's hard for many of us to think or to let go of that which is ego, that is constantly within our lives, within our minds. But it is indeed possible. Ego has its place, but we must not be consumed by it, and we must not allow it to prevent us from being one. We must not allow it from preventing us from being in complete harmony with divine consciousness, surrendering, accepting, submitting to that divine force. So it's a topic that I want to explore a little bit more in the future, but it is the last of the niyamas, the inner values, which falls under the second limb of yoga, the niyamas. And it is something that we should and must aspire to. And so, please comment below if you have any questions or if you have any comments. Click the like button, subscribe. I'd like to talk about this a little bit further. It is an interesting concept, the concept of submission and surrender to the divine. And I wish you all a superbly beautiful and righteous and productive day. And I'll see you next time. And as always, I wish you peace, prosperity, tranquility, longevity, and vitality. Always.